Welcome back to another live stream. So today I'm planning to read Joshua chapter 13 to 18, and let me go to Joshua chapter 13. Joshua chapter 13. Now Joshua was old, advanced in years, and the Lord said to him, "You are old, advanced in years, and there remains very much land yet to be possessed. This is the land yet remains, all the territory of Philistines and all that of the Jezreelites, for Sihor, which is in the east of Egypt, as far as the border of Ekron northward, which is counted as Canaanite. The five lords of the Philistines are the Gazites, the Ashdodites, the Ashkelonites, the Gittites, and the Ekrites, also the Avites, from the south of all the land of Canaanites, and Mira, the belonging to the Sidonites, as far as Apna, to the border of Amorites, the land of Gibites, and all Lebanon, towards the sunrise from Baal Gad, below Mount Hermon, as far as the entrance of Amath, and all the inhabitants of the mountains from Lebanon as far as Brook Misrop, and all the Sidonians, them I will drive them out before the children of Israel, only divided by the Lord to Israel as an inheritance I have commanded you. Now therefore divide this land as an inheritance to the 9 tribes and half of the tribe of Manasseh. With the other half tribe of Reubenites and the Gadites received their inheritance which Moses had given them beyond the Jordan eastward, as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had given them, from Arori, which is on the bank of the river Arnon, and to the town that is in the midst of the ravine, and all the plain of Medeba, as far as Gidbon, all the cities of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Geshbon, as far as the border of the children of Ammon, Gilgad, and the border of the Jezreelites and Mashtites, and all Mount Hermon, and all Bashan, as far as Salcha, and all the kingdom of Og in Bashan, who reigned in Ashroth, and Edrei, who remained of the remnant of the giants. For Moses has defeated and cast out these. Nevertheless, children of Israel did not drive out the Jezreelites or the Mashrites, but the Jezreelites and the Mashatites dwell among the Israelites until this day. Only the tribe of Levi had given no inheritance. The sacrifice of the Lord God of Israel, made by fire, are their inheritance, as he said to them. And Moses had given to the tribe of the children of Reuben an inheritance according to their families. Their territory was from Aror, which is on one of the bank of river Arnon, the city that is in the midst of ravine, and all the plain by Medeba, Ishbon, and all its cities that are in the plain of Gidbon, Bamoth, Baal, Beth, Baal-Mehon, Jahasa, Bet, Ketmoth, Mepath, Kirchaim, Libnah, Seth Sahar on the mountains of the valley, Beth Peor, the slopes of Bishka, and the Beth Jesmoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdom of Sion, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, whom Moses had struck with the princes of Midian, Rekem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, who were the princes of Sion, dwelling in the country. The children of Israel also killed with the sword Balaam the son of Beor, the soothsayer, among those who were killed by them. And the border of the children of Reuben was the bank of Jordan. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben, according to the families, the cities, and their village. Moses also had an inheritance to the tribe of Gad, to the children of Gad, according to their families. The territory was Jazer, and all the cities of Gilgad, and off of the land of Amorites as far as Aror, which is before Rabbah, and from Eshbon to Ramnath, Mizpah, and Bithion, and from Mahanaim to the border of Deber, and in the valley of Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Succoth, and Sapno, the rest of the kingdom of Sion, king of Eshbon, with the Jordan as its borders, as far as the edge of the sea of Chinrith on the other side of the Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of the children of God, according to their families, the cities, and their villages. Moses also had an inheritance to half the tribe of Manasseh. It is for half of the tribe of the children of Manasseh, according to their families. Their territory was from Mahanaim all Bashan, and all the king of Og, king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jair, which is our Bashan, 6 cities, off of Gilgad and Ashroth and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan, were the children of Bashar, the son of Manasseh, for off of the children of Bashar, according to their families. These are the areas which Moses had distributed as an inheritance in the plains of Moab on the other side of the Jordan by Jericho eastward. But to the tribe of Levi, Moses had given no inheritance. The Lord God of Israel was their inheritance, as he said to them. This is chapter number 13. Let me go to chapter number 14. These are the areas which the children of Israel inherit in the land of Canaan, which is Elsar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel, distributed as an inheritance to them. Their inheritance was by lot, as the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses, for 9 tribes and half a tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of the 2 tribes and the half a tribe of the other side of the Jordan, but to the Levites he had given no inheritance among them. For the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and they gave no part of the Levite in the land, except cities to dwell in, with their common lands for their livestock and their property, as the Lord had commanded Moses. So the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came to Joshua and Gilgal, and Caleb and the son of Jephunneh, and the Kenizzite, said to him, You know the word which the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and me in Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant the Lord, sent to me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought back word to him as it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I only followed the Lord my God. So Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land where you food has trodden shall be your inheritance and your children forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive, and he has said those 45 years ever since the Lord spoke this word to Moses while Israel wandering in the wilderness. And now here I am, this day, 85 years old, and as I yet I am strong as this day on the day that Moses sent me, just as my strength was then, so now is my strength for war, both for going out and for coming in. Now therefore give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified, and maybe the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave Emroth to Caleb the son of Jephunneh as an inheritance. Emron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite to this day, because he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Emron formerly was Kirjath Arba. Arba was the greatest name among the Anakim. Chapter number 14 is completed. Let me go to chapter number 15. So this was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to the families. The border of Edom at the wilderness of Zin southward was the extreme southern border, and their southern border began at the shore of the Salt Sea from the bay that faces southward. Then it went out to the southern side of the ascent of Arbim, passed along Zin, ascending on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, passed along to Ezon, went on to Arar, and went to Karka. From there it passed through Asmon and went out to the brook of Egypt, and the border ended at the sea. This shall be your southern border. The east border was the Salt Sea as far as the Mount of Jordan, and the boundary of the northern quarter began at the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. The border went up to Beth Bogla and passed north of Beth Arba, and the border went up to the stone of Boan, the son of Reuben. Then the border went up towards Debir from the valley of Ankor, and it turned northward towards Gilgal, which is before the ascent of Admon, which is on the south side of valley. The border continued to the waters of Hen Smash and ended at En Rogel, and the borders went up by the valley of San Gino to the southern slope of the Jebusite city. The border went up to the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Inon westward, which is at the end of the valley of Ribnah northward. Then the border went around from the top of the hill, the foundation of the water of Neptod, and extended to the cities of the Mount Hebron, and the borders went around Bala. Then the borders turned westward from Baal to Mount Seir, passed alongside to the side of Mount Jerman on the north, went down to Beth Smash, and passed on to Dimnah. And the border went out to the side of Ekron northward. Then the border went around to Sikron, passed along to Mount Bala, and extended to Jabneel, and the border ended at the sea. The west border was the coastline of the Great Sea. This is the boundary of the children of Judah all around according to their families. Now to Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave share among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, namely Kirjabah, which is Emron. Caleb drove out the three sons of Anak from there, Shisha, Ahinam, Talma, the children of Anak, and then he went up from there to the inhabitants of Debir. And Caleb said, he who attacks Kirjah, Sefer, and takes it to him, I gave Ashna, my daughter, as wife. So Othniel, the son of Kinza, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him to Ashna's daughter as wife. Now it was when she came to him that she persuaded him to ask her father for field. So she dismounted from her donkey, and Caleb said to her, what do you wish? She answered, give me a blessing, since you have given me the land in the south. Give me also the springs of water. So he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This was the inheritance of the tribe of children of Judah according to their families. The cities at the limits of the tribe of children of Judah towards the border of Etnom is the south, where Kabzeel, Adar, Jagor, Kina, Timno, Atan, Katish, Asor, Ithna, Sim, Tel, Belot, Azor, Arad, Kerioth, Erzon, Ahman, Shem, Multa, Azar, Azar Kara, Eshmon, Beth Palat, Azar Shual, Beersheba, Bir- Birjotcha, Baalam Jim, Isim, Eltod, Shishel, Orma, Sikla, Matma, Shansha, Labod, Sik, Han, Rimon, and all the cities are 29 with their villages. In the lowland, Eshtol, Zora, Ashna, Zohana, Hen Ghanim, Tapua, Inam, Jarmuth, Adulam, Soch, Azika, Shariam, Adiam, Iria, Kiritium, 14 cities with their villages, Zen, Hathash, Mitkalgad, Gilgad, Misbah, Jotkim, Lash, Boskat, Eglon, Ammon, Lamash, Kitlish, Ketrioth, Beth Gon, Nama, and Makida, 16 cities with their villages, Lepna, Ether, Ashen, Gipna, Ashna, Nim, Kilia, Azib, Marshian, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with its towns and villages, from Ekron to the sea, all the lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with its town and villages, Gaza with its town and villages as far as the brook of Egypt, and the great sea with its coastline. The mountain country, Shamir, Jatir, Socho, Tana, Kirja, San, Anam, Eshmo, Anik, Goshen, Holland, and Gilead, 11 cities with their villages, Arab, Tumna, Isha, Jahum, Beth, Tapua, Apika, Tumta, Kircha, Arba, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages, Mom, Carmel, Zip, Juta, Jesel, Jezreel, Joktim, Zoha, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Talul, Beth Zur, Gideor, Bath Med, Hanod, and Kilnoth, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjbal, and Rabat, 2 cities with their villages, in the wilderness, Beth Aram, Midim, Sikaka, Nibshan, the city of salt, and En Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah, Jerusalem, to this day. So, chapter number 15, too much of cities and places names, but interesting. They captured so much of cities. So let me go to Joshua chapter 16. The Lord fell to the children of Joseph from Jordan by Jericho to the waters of Jericho on the east, to the waters of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goes up from Jericho, from the mountain of Bethel. Then went out from Bethel to Luz, passed along the borders of Achich, Atorah, and went down westward to the boundary of Chapritats, as far as the boundary of Lower Beth Aron to Gezer, and it ended at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. The border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus. The border of the inheritance on the east side was Atrod, Adar, as far as Upper Beth Oran. And the borders went out towards the sea on the north side of Mikmetad. Then the borders went around eastward to Tad, Silkon, and passed by it on the east of Jehonah. Then it went down from Jehonah to Atroth, and Nara reached to Jericho. It came out at Jordan. The border went out to Tapua, westward to the brook Kana, and it ended at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim, according to their families. They separated cities from the children of Ephraim, were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. And they did not drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwelt among the Ephraimites to this day, and have become a forced laborers. Chapter number 17. There was a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, namely for Masher, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilgal, because he was a man of war. Therefore he was given Gilgad and Bashan. And there was a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh, according to their families, for the children of Absar, the children of Alec, the children of Ashriel, the children of Shisham, children of Eper, and the children of Shemed. And they were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, according to their families. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilgad, the son of Masher, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters, and these are the names of the daughters: Mahalal, the Noah, Hoplah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came out near before Elsa the priest, before Joshua the son of Nun, and became rulers, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their father's brother. 10 shares fell to Manasseh, besides the land of Gilgal, Bashan, which were on the other side of Jordan, because the daughter of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of the Manasseh's son had a land of Gilgad. The territory of Manasseh was for Asher to Mishmath, that lies east of Shisham, and the border went along the south of inhabitants in Tapua. Manasseh had a land of Tapua, but Tapua on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the border ascended to the brook of Kana, southward to the brook. The cities of the Ephraim were among the cities of Manasseh. The border of Manasseh was on the north side of the brook, and it ended the sea. Southward it was Ephraim, northward it was Manasseh, and the sea was its border. Manasseh territory was adjoining Asher on the north, and Ishar on the east. And in Ishar and in Asher, Manasseh had Beth Shean and its towns, Ibleam and its towns, the inhabitants Dor and its towns, the inhabitants of Endor and its towns, the inhabitants of Tanshe and its towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and its towns, 3 hill regions. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities. But the Canaanites were determined to dwell in that land, and it happened when the children of Israel grew strong that they put the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not utterly drive them out. Then the children of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, Why have you given us only one lot and one share to inherit, since we are great people, inasmuch as the Lord has blessed us until now? So Joshua answered, If you are great people, then go up to the forest country and clear a place for yourself. There is a land of the Perizzites of and the giants, since the mountain of Ephraim are too confined for you. But the children of Joseph said, The mountain country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both those who are Bethshean and its towns, and those who are valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, You are a great people and have great power, and you shall not have only one lot, but the mountain country shall be yours. Although it is wooden, you shall cut it down, and the farthest extent shall be yours. For you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong. Chapter number 17 is completed. Final chapter for today, chapter number 18. Now the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Silcon and set up the tabernacle of meeting there. The land was subdued before them, but there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which has not yet received their inheritance. Then Joshua said to children of Israel, how long will you neglect to go and possess the land which the Lord your God of our fathers has given you? Pick out from among you 3 men for each tribe, and I will send them. They shall rise and go through the land, survey it according to their inheritance, and come to me, and they shall divide it into 7 parts. Judah shall remain in the territory on the south, and the house of Joseph shall remain in the territory of the north. You shall therefore survey the land in 7 parts, and bring the survey here to me, that I may cast lots for you here before the Lord our God. But the Levites have no part among you, for the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. And Gad, Reuben, and the half of the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance beyond the Jordan on the east, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them. Then the men arose to go away, and Joshua charged those who went to survey the Lord land, saying, go, walk through the land, survey it, and come back to me, that I may cast lots for you here before the Lord in Silcon. So the men passed through the land and wrote survey in the book in 7 parts of the cities, and they came to Joshua at the camp in Silcon. Then Joshua cast lots for them in Silon before the Lord, and there Joshua divided the land to the children of Israel according to the divisions. Now the lot of tribe of Joshua, Benjamin, came up according to their names, and the territory of the lot came out between the children of Judah and the children of Joseph. The border on the north side began at the Jordan, and the border went up to the south side, Jericho on the north, and went up through the mountains westward. It ended at the wilderness of Beth Aven. The border went over from there towards Luz, the side of Luz, which is the southward, and the border descended to the Athrod Adar near the hill that lies on the south side of lower Beth Horon. Then the border extended around the west side to the south from the hill that lies before Beth Horon southward, and it ended Kirjath Baal, a city of children of Judah. This was the west side. The south side began at the end of Kirjath Jearim, and the border extended on the west and went down to the spring of the waters of Neptoah. Then the borders came down to the end of the mountains that lies before the valley of the son of Himon, which is in the valley of the Rephaim on the north, descended to the valley of Hinnom to the side of Jebusite city on the south, descended to En Rogel, and it went around the north, went out to En Shishmal, and extended towards Elioth, which is before the ascent of Admon, and descended to the stone of Boan, the son of Reuben. Then passed along towards the north side of Arba, and went down to Arba, and the border passed along the north side of Beth Ogla. Then the border ended at the north bay at the Salt Sea, at the south end of the Jordan. This was southern boundary. Jordan was its border on the east side. This was the inheritance of the children of Benjamin according to the boundaries, all according to their families. Now the cities of the tribe of children of Benjamin according to their families were Jericho, Beth Ogra, Himakizar, Beth Arab, Zemiram, Bethel, Havim, Para, Oprah, Cheper, Hammoni, Opni, and Gaba, 12 cities with their villages. Gibeon and Rabbah, Beroth, Mizpah, Chephra, Mosba, Riham, Irpil, Halak, Zilak, Ilpa, Jebus, Gibead, and Girjad, 14 cities in their villages. This was the inheritance of the children of Benjamin according to their families. Chapter number 18 is completed. So only 6 more chapters more, and that will be the end of Joshua. So hope to see you in another live stream. Have a nice day. Peace.